basically I want to talk today of just who you're talking to, obviously, and then I'll kind of go into the meat of it of programs that you might want to take advantage of when it comes to when Amazon comes knocking at your door or your email or phone call, you're like, great, another Amazon call. It's actually a good thing. I want you guys to understand that and try to change that mentality and why some of these programs are offering, even as of recent that they've announced in the last month or two, when it comes to growing your brand. It's going to actually benefit in long term when it comes to profitability, also brand recognition, and also making you a truly global brand. So, who are you talking to? Um, just a little bit about myself. I've been in the industry again over 8 years now. I need to update this slide, I guess. I jokingly had a quote that went viral with the Gatita team. I guess 1 year in e-commerce feels like 7, so it's like aging like dogs. So it feels like we're a lot older than what we are. But I've been in the space in various capacities with selling in the home and garden industry from a D2C, 2 websites that I managed in the affiliate world. Drove over and during Prime Day, back when it was still new, 9 years ago now, when it was still in the inception, drove $200,000 in profit, and then to over 2,000 units. So that was a big driving factor of me figuring out how this e-commerce thing was working. But I've conducted as an industry professional and knowledge seeker 275 podcast episodes that I've hosted, plus thousands of webinars, it feels like, but probably more in the hundreds. But it feels like there's always new things that are going on, and I want to make sure that people are just understanding the value. You guys don't have time to pivot and swivel your head all around. So it's our jobs here to kind of do the education for you and keep you up to date on how to grow your business. So that's me at the end of the day. I'm a husband, I have a wife and father and of an 8-year-old, and have 2 dogs that are sleeping for now right next to me. So we'll breeze through this so we don't disturb the monsters. But a little bit about the company I work for. Next slide, please. Truly, all the things I want to get you guys to think about is it's not as difficult to grow your brand globally as it has in the past. And our company was built on that factor. We used to be called First Store Shipping. Last September, actually at the Accelerate conference in 2022, we announced our change to our new brand, Frisbee. It's a really cool, fun name that people think about. If you think of Frisbee, you think about how easy it is from going to point A to point B. The physics behind it are it's lifting your business up or a disc up, and it's going to get there safely, and everyone can do it. So that's the fun nature of our name now. And we help brands and help thousands of brands grow their businesses to different marketplaces that can be the likes of Singapore, like Max I talked about earlier, all the way to Australia, UK, Canada, whatever the Amazon business can exist. We're helping brands do that on a day-to-day basis. So that's about us as a company. Holistically, the things that we do are, you'll find us. Yep, there you go. You follow us on the service provider network. We're at the top of every list when it comes to international shipping. That's the quote category we are facilitated under. So thanks, Amazon. But we do more than just shipping. We have expansion specialists that help timelines on how to get into marketplaces. For example, did you know you can start shipping to Australia and start selling in Australia literally today if you sign up for an account? That's possible, and you can start shipping your goods there. Very, very possible things to do, and just having those expectations that's what we help with sellers on a day-to-day basis. How do you get your brand into different marketplaces? Understand the compliance aspects, and going to places like Mobley to understand those requirements. Tax registrations. We have trucking ecosystem in North America, border clearance, returns, and port of record. Lots of fun, exciting stuff that is helping your business grow. So we handle all that. We kind of, for the snowplow, if you will, we're paving that, we're clearing that way so that you can safely get to your destination. So those are the marketplaces we also operate under, those 13 or 12, I guess, down there. But Amazon, let me explain to you, is a little bit bigger than that. So next slide, please. Becoming an international brand is actually easier than you think. Amazon's the easiest. I challenge anyone here that there is no easier way to grow your brand quickly and effectively than building it through Amazon FBA. There's no easier way, and there's programs that are being built every single year that are helping brands like you who are listening to this to take that next step forward and to make sure that you're available across the globe. Your products can be sold all across Europe, literally in 3 days with some of these programs. And I'm gonna break down some of the top 3 based on what's being rolled out now and how you can start your brand becoming an international brand. Next slide, please. So there's a global opportunity. If you're new to Amazon space, or if you're more seasoned veteran, you probably know, hey, Amazon.com is not the only place you can sell your goods. So clearly there's North America, there's the likes of, Canada, Brazil, Mexico, Europe. There's so many that are being rolled out every single year. Most recent being Belgium, and I want to say Norway, Sweden's up there too. But Belgium being the most recent one that sellers can start selling into. As you can see, there's a plethora of new markets that are coming, and there's more to be announced soon. The likes of South America is being worked on, even Africa, North Africa and South Africa, or the northern part of Africa, and then South Africa itself. Marketplaces are whispered rumors to be announced here shortly. So Amazon's truly investing in their global play of making sure that your product not just available to United States or North America, it's available all around the world quickly and effectively. So next slide, please. The global opportunity of Amazon, 3 stats I want you to walk away from, or 3 data points. UPS, according to UPS Pulse, who we work with, we're direct partners with UPS, FedEx, DHL. We're also of the highest tier of partnership we can possibly be. We're also direct partners with Amazon Global Sales Team, and we're partnership, the Amazon Partner Network. We're partners across the board, so we have constant contacts with all these different entities. According to the UPS polls, online shopper study, 66% of shoppers have bought from another country. That's a fact. During Prime Day 2023, hey, that just happened a week ago. On day one, the EU5, which is UK, France, Germany, Italy, and Spain, saw larger sales increase and 34% growth year over year than the US with 8%. Fun fact. That's a big jump. Amazon international growth continues to be a major growth focus overall. Statistics for Marketplace Pulse, as you can see that graph right there, that's real-time data of Amazon's earnings every single year on international sales. As you can see, that's an upward growth. That's not a flat, that's not a downward. Every single indicator is showing that Amazon will continue to invest and is making programs easier for sellers like you to get into those marketplaces, to stand out above your competition for those who are trying to take their brand to the next level. So those are 3 big indicators that this is not just a fad. This is the indicator that your products need to be in multiple marketplaces around the world. Next slide, please. So overall benefits of having a globalized brand, obviously the opportunity to tap into Amazon's 300 million now customers across the globe. That continues to grow with Prime subscribers, but also just people who are one-off shopping there. Remember, there's 200 marketplaces internationally all around the world who are where products can be available, but Amazon is taking, I want to say it's 9 of the top 25 e-commerce marketplaces are Amazon specific. So again, the market share is garnering in Amazon's favor. You can start to sell in almost all of those markets, depending on no matter what category you might be. In terms of sales, potential for significant sales growth, obviously, if your competition is trying to eke you out with PPC or any other tactics here in the United States, there's other markets that your archetype, your seller or your buyer archetype or your competition may not be available, but those people are looking for your products. You just have to use the tools in order to find them. And then, of course, brand recognition. If you're selling your brand, your company down the road, or you're looking to make a play at wholesale or make a play at retail or any of these other factors, these, no matter where you are in the world, this visibility gives you more credit to those partnerships down the road. There's multiple brands that come to us that say, hey, if they found us in a partner because they found our product in France, or they found us in Canada, or they found us in Australia. We have partners all the time who are continuously looking for ways to build on their empire. And that's why they're entrepreneurs in the first place. So brand recognition, building a truly global brand of products that fit your archetype. So that's another overall benefit. Next slide, please. And of course, there are cons. I'm not going to have pull wool over your eyes and try to say everything's easy. It's not. Building a brand and building a business is not easy. Remember all the work that you put in trying to build your first product and launch your first product. That was such a pain in the butt. I know that you probably are thinking that, gosh, that took months, if not years of planning, prepping, optimizing. Well, that's the same thing with building your business. It doesn't just snap and you're available. It is complex. It is dealing with different countries' regulations. It's challenging. There's costs associated with it, with shipping, there's customs, they're expensive and time consuming potentially. Plus you have the ever changing returns managing international returns is tough and confusing. I know I'm at 10 minutes, but I'm going to buzz through these real quickly for everyone. Next slide, please. So the programs you need to know to get ready to grow. Next slide. The first one's Pan-EU FBA program. You've probably heard of this. This is the first one where you can actually fulfill offers. You can sign up literally today and get accepted. Like Yoni had said, we're part of the agency program. So if you're looking to, you're doing $1 million and plus in sales on a overall for your entire year, I can also introduce you to and help you guys find a global sales rep that would help you go into those markets as well. And again, it's free for the first year. So if you have questions or you're thinking about entering these markets, give me a shout out as well. Yoni he's traveling all over the world. He might not be, he's probably got so many people he's answering to too. So I'm more than happy to help out if you can't get a hold of Yoni, which I know he's definitely available, but another asset, if you will. We're team growing these brands, but for the Pan FBA program, it's easier to move inventory across these countries without you trying to figure it out. Amazon will move the inventory based on their own management system, and you can sell your products across all those different markets we talked about earlier in Europe. And you can make them of your choice. So they're low fulfillment costs if you're a part of this program, which is a plus. It's more money to your bottom line. There's no additional cost for product distribution across Europe, and you can reach million of prime customers all across Europe. Next slide, please. So there's also another one that's FBA multi-country inventory. So that's putting and dispatching your inventory to multiple countries instead of just having one country, one point of origin. You can actually have them in multiple countries of your choice across Europe. You can do a little bit more diving through this program, but again, it's faster local delivery for customers in nearby fulfillment centers. Listings qualify for credited shipping options for one-day prime, next-day delivery, so on and so forth. So definitely take advantage of if you want to be more select instead of all across Europe. You can do that, be more select with the multi-country inventory program. Next slide, please. And then the most exciting one that you probably see in Seller Central, if you're thinking about growing global, it's the shiny new one that says new program available at top of Seller Central. Can't miss it. It's at the very top, far right-hand tab. It's the new European Expansion Accelerator program. It's a mouthful, but the EEAP is Amazon's newest end-to-end expansion solution, where you can actually automate your expansion solution that's building out your listings. You can actually build out your entire ecosystem. Again, this is a claim by Amazon, so take it with a grain of salt. You can actually build all your business across Europe in less than 3 business days with a click of a button, or 2 clicks of a button, I think is what it says. It's by far the fastest way to scale your business once you are established in one country in Europe. That's a little caveat. You have to start selling it in one country at least, but then instead of replicating all your efforts, you can just in 3 business days have yourself up and running across the whole ecosystem and start your products being available and have that whole catalog available as well. So again, the UK, Germany, France, Italy, Spain, Netherlands, Sweden, Poland, Belgium, you can be available in 3 business days. Like that's crazy. If you're already starting to sell in UK or one of those markets, you can now be available in all those other countries, just at that baseline, and start building your sales history for your brand. So those are the 3 programs I want you guys to be aware of. Yes, they all have delivery options are available, but through that ecosystem, it's tougher to get your goods across different marketplaces worldwide with compliance and restrictions and things of that sort. The next thing that I'm going to give you a takeaway is that this is what I stare at all day long, and I help educate our sellers as well. As next slide, please, is my key learnings from these 3 programs that I told you about today. You need to understand the importance of localization. You have to adopt your product information, descriptions, images to meet local language and cultural expectations. Super key, especially in Europe. Each marketplace has a cadence that they want to understand. Germans are straightforward. Here in the United States, we have a lot of adjectives and we like a lot of fluff. That's not the case. You need to know who you're talking to and how to talk to them. So it's important for localization of imagery, your product listings. AI can help you with that, but there's also these things you have to keep in considering in the back of your mind. How do I speak to my customer in these markets? Product selection matters. Not all products are going to perform well in the European market. For example, I was just in Italy about a month ago. People there, not super health conscientious. It's crazy. Everywhere I'm saying is everyone is smoking there. Maybe not the best place for a vitamin or supplement, or, hey, I'm trying to quit like smoking, or something that's trying to body image wise. Maybe not the best market to get into. This is an assumption, but again, data is probably going to point more to not the best marketplace possibly for health related products. Maybe if I'm selling kitchen utensils, like cooking is very important there, clearly. So maybe that's the market I need to expand and go into. So not every market is going to be perfect for your product. And then the importance of pricing strategy. Again, it's critical to understand that with different countries and marketplaces, what's included in price. Like in Europe, for example, your sales tax is included in that price, but that comes out of the seller's pocket. It's called VAT or value added tax. It's included in the price. We don't have a special line item over there that says, hey, in addition to your $10 item, you have to pay $2.50 tax. No, if you sell a $10 item, that is the price that's what the consumer is paying. You are on the hook for the tax. And so you have to just understand the differences there. So things I wanted to keep people in mind, and when you're squeezing, everything you can out of these marketplaces and programs. So if you have questions, my email is ryan@frisbee.com. It's super easy to get in touch with that, or our team is on those phone numbers if you're in the UK or US, or you just check us out at frisbee.com.